Like, are you aware of the Flashpoint storyline or whatnot?
A little bit.
Okay, so for those that don't know, in the Flashpoint uh, event, like when that happened, Flash runs back in time, saves his mom and whatnot, loses his power to become, to be the Flash. Um, what happened to Batman was Bruce Wayne was the one that got shot in the alley that night. His dad becomes Batman, and his mom is so like stricken with like grief and whatnot, like just mentally snaps and becomes the Joker.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I didn't know about that part. I didn't know about the Batman part. I only knew about the Flash part.
yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. I
So
mean,
yeah,
dark, but that's a cool story.
yeah. So that I think would work. Like if if Michael Keaton came back and he was just like, yeah, I'll be Thomas Wayne for this. All right,
Yeah,
that'll work. Batman using guns and whatnot. All right,
yeah, it could
um,
work.
that could work. The other way would be like, I don't even think this would work. It would be like if he was to play like an older Bruce Wayne and they did like a Batman Beyond movie.
Hmm. That's what I was initially thinking was a Batman Beyond style.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, okay, if you're gonna make fucking like a Batman Beyond thing and you want to do like a kind of like fan service or whatnot, just get Kevin Conroy.
Yeah,
Get Kevin Conroy. Like he can play an older Bruce Wayne. Like still, he's got the fucking voice for it too.
that's true.
Like
Yeah.
and he's already done like a live action version of Bruce Wayne in the Arrowverse.
Oh, I
So
didn't know that. That's cool.
yeah, it was kind of like they did like the whole Crisis on Infinite Earth thing, and they did like a whole bunch of like different like cameos and like little like bits of fan service.
Hmm.
Like one of the first things you see is like this thing like moving across like the universe and whatnot. It shows um, Gotham City on Earth, like whatever number or whatnot, and there's fucking Burt Ward like looks up in this like has a red shirt on, looks in the sky, he's like, "Holy blackouts!" or something like that,
Yeah,
and it's like, "Oh shit! All right, cool." And I'm
that's
just like, man,
awesome.
this is turning like a whole member berries thing. Like,
oh
remember Robin? Remember Robin on the Batman TV show? Oh, I remember.
man,
But yeah, it was
that's
like,
pretty cool though.
yeah. So, but yeah, there was that. There was what was it? Tom Welling came back and played Clark Kent again, and like just
Tom Welling?
yeah, from Smallville.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's I see. I have never really checked out Smallville that much. I
Smallville
like
was
little bits and pieces that you might have sent me, but other than that, I've
like
never really sat down
Smallville.
and watched it.
It was a pretty cool show. I actually really like that. Um,
Yeah, I know you really dig
yeah,
Smallville.
yeah. It's like shut up about
I'm
Smallville.
not, I'm not, no, I'm not rubbing it
It's
in.
like
I'm just
it's like
saying,
God,
like, I
here he
just know
goes
you really
again.
like
Fucking
that show.
Smallville. Like we get it. You got a boner for fucking Smallville. Like
That one and Lois and Clark, I know you dig too.
not as much, but yeah. It's like the way I look at it. It's like the '90s version of like the '60s Batman TV show. Like
Yeah,
it's
it pretty much
it's
is.
goofy. It's campy. It existed.
It's the Superman for its era, really. The way the '60s Batman was the Superman for its era.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you been listening, by the way, to the Cape commentaries? Not to talk about another podcast, but
I have.
the last one with the flower thing. Oh my god, I was dying. I was trying to like play Minecraft and listen to that at the same time, and like I had to stop because I was like literally crying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, ah! Man, Ralph is fucking funny. He is so funny. Like when you just let
Yes.
him go like that, like I've never really heard him improv before, but when you just let him go,
Oh yeah.
that was great, man.
Yeah. Nice guy too, man.
Yeah, I know you've met him. Well, you had a selfie with him at one point
Yeah, had
too.
a selfie with him, and I actually got him to autograph my ticket from that night. We actually went to go see Hollywood Babylon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that might have been like when you stuck around and I think Liz and I pimped out
Yeah,
or
you
something,
and you
right?
and Liz headed off, and I was like, oh, I'll stick around for a few minutes. What the hell? I can catch a train in a minute. You
Yeah,
guys like, are you sure? Yeah, sure. So side stage comes out. Here comes Ralph Garman. Everybody's like, oh my God, Ralph, that was awesome. Got him to autograph my ticket and whatnot. It was pretty cool. He's a nice guy.
that's awesome. That's really cool. Makes me wish we had stayed.
Yeah,
I know we did that for Kevin and
Kevin and Jay.
Jay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just look at the picture right up next to me.
yeah,
Pictures.
yeah. I got them somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Really, like the only pictures of like you and Liz that I have like hanging up here is like there's a picture of us with Bret Hart, and then
I get
there's
that too.
yep, and then there's a picture like above my head of you and me at Comic Con after you met Bret.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so that's cool.
That is cool.
It's cool. It's a cool
That's
picture.
cool. That's cool.
And
Yeah,
cool.
I got my autograph from Brett in a frame, and then I got the picture of like all of us together with Brett, and the picture of you and me at the con, sort of like in the picture with it, but in a way that I can still see Brett and the autograph. 'Cause I don't give two fucks about Shawn Michaels, to be totally honest. So
Kind of reminds me of a tweet that happened. Oh God, who was it? I think it was a team called the Revival.
is that
Uh,
a tag team? You mean?
yeah, it was a tag team called the Revival. They were
Hmm.
in WWE, and like apparently they re-signed with WWE because they're like, oh, they're throwing major money at us. Like, yeah, what the fuck? We'll stick around for a while and make some extra money and whatnot because they don't want us going to AEW or anything like that.
Hmm.
Like 3 months after they signed this deal, which was like $750,000 a year, like 3 months after that, WWE's like, yeah, we're just gonna release you.
Oh,
So they got wicked fucking pissed off about that. But the funny thing is, on there was one day like WWE's like, oh, let's say happy birthday to Shawn Michaels, one of the best
I
of all
saw
time.
that.
You saw the tweet from them?
Yeah, yeah.
It was great. For those that didn't know, it was happy birthday to Shawn Michaels. Here's a picture of the best wrestler of all time, and it was a picture of Bret Hart.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
I'm like, well, fucking played, guys. Like, I love you.
Yeah.
I
I
love
wonder
you.
if Sean was like, you fucking dicks. I'm sure he knew it was a rib, but still.
But still, he's probably just like, who are these guys?
I picture Hunter back at the office like, heh heh, heh heh,
What? Gunner sounds like fucking Krusty the Clown.
hey.
I got a great idea, Vince. Let's do NXT. Goddamn, clown, you sound great.
Oh man, that is some great trolling though by WWE. That is great.
You mean the Revival?
Or the revival rather. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what are they going by? FTR now.
FTR.
Yeah, that's their name in AEW. I think it stands for formerly the Revival or the Revival,
Oh.
whatever it is. But yeah,
Sort of like the artist formerly known as Gold Dust.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The artist formerly known as Prince.
Hey, he's still wrestling, man. He does damn good work too, man.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with
He
with
he
Goldie.
had a match. I want to say it was about a year ago with against his brother Cody. Like, holy shit, dude, that was a fucking classic and a half.
I heard about that where they got kind of bloody and shit. I heard that was a pretty good
Yeah.
match though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to check that out too. Man, I have so much shit to watch. I feel like I'm the Ralph Garman of this podcast where like you're watching a bunch of shit and I'm sitting here like I'm watching The Americans and you're like that's fucking 3 years old or some shit and I'm like
No,
but I love that show.
no, that's fine, dude. I haven't watched The Americans at all. Like, there's a lot of like popular TV shows. Like, I either don't watch them because I don't care, or I'm just like I'm too busy to watch anything really.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Is like I kind of have certain things that I enjoy watching, and I don't really have a lot of time to watch much else.
Yeah,
But
like I've never seen an episode of Breaking Bad. I've never seen an episode of Better Call Saul.
yeah, me
Uh,
neither.
Sons of
Or
Anarchy.
Lost.
Yeah, Lost. I never watched. Sons of Anarchy. Never watched that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just I
Same
don't
here.
I don't care sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing is I find too that a lot of times when something gets like super super popular, like I get disappointed, like because I go with these big expectations of like, oh man, this is gonna be like the best show ever, and then you watch it and you're like, that?
Yeah, and you're like, this is what the hype is over. Like,
Did I miss something? Was I sleeping? When did we get ice cream?
nice. Yeah, I think like the only like new thing that really came out was that I like actually like sat down and just really kind of like enjoyed was God, it was on Netflix. It's I'm trying to hang on, I'm finding the name for this.
Google time. Just don't play the Jay and Bob music, as we found out.
Yeah,
We have to come up with something else for our searching theme.
could just have you sing something since you
Well,
play
apparently
guitar.
I'm banned from singing.
You're banned from singing parodies, but like if you want to watch Bruce sing and play guitar, you can catch him on Saturday nights on Twitch.
You're like, otherwise, shut the fuck up, monkey.
Twitch.com/use just once.
Thank you. Actually, it's TV, but yeah, thank you.
Whatever.
Twitch is fucking weird. Like Twitch.tv. What is that shit?
Yeah.
So like when we do ours, it'll be Twitch.tv forward slash or slash let us cast. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but regardless, um, but it's called Transformers: War for Cybertron. It's a trilogy. They're in like part one, and it's divided up into like a couple of chapters, I think.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was really impressed with it because like the character designs are more like that first generation that like you and I grew up on. Um, but it's different in the sense so it's like little bits of difference. It's almost like a cover song in the sense of like it's familiar enough, like you recognize it, you know what it is, but just different enough to like stand on its own for something.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Right on.
All right.
Speaking of Twitch, do you think are we able to make our announcement? Do you think we should have talked about this off air?
Oh, we
Probably.
should have, but yeah, fuck it, man. You know what? Let's have you do the announcement. Go for it.
Me?
Yeah, you
Oh boy.
couldn't
So
be.
starting, what is it? Next week? Is that what we're gonna do?
I think that's what we're aiming for next week. So we're recording this on Sunday the 18th, so it'd be Sunday the 25th.
Yep, the day after my birthday.
Yeah,
Cool, man. So our birthday cast will be live on Twitch, which would be pretty cool.
yes, it will not be a
So if
live
you,
birth. Let's
no,
make that
no.
very very clear here.
Let's make that immensely clear. No.
Yes.
Be a live podcast on Twitch, twitch.tv forward slash let us cast. And we'll be starting at 3 p.m. So, right? That's when we're going to start?
Yep.
Because we're going
We're gonna start at
okay.
3 p.m. Eastern time.
Eastern time. Right, that is important.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the idea is next Sunday, 3 p.m., we can do this shit live and have people, like, chatting with us and following us. We got some pretty cool and fun stuff that we came up with. Like Andy and I have been looking at like alerts and things to come up and shit, like for when people follow or subscribe and things like that. So
Yeah.
hopefully I'll add another layer of entertainment to the festivities here.
Yep. One of the cool things too is like you guys will be able to chat with us in real time while I think we're doing this on Twitch, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's on Twitch. So anybody who wants to comment or whatever, make a question or whatever, you can do it live on air. And fuck with us, troll us, tell us that someone else is a better podcast than us, and be right about it. So
Yeah, we're not gonna argue about it.
but you can pull the revival on us, or not the
like,
revival.
happy birthday to Bruce Gates. Here's a picture of a better podcaster, and it's a picture of Ralph Garman.
Exactly.
All right. Well put.
Fair enough. Well, they're not wrong.
Yeah, they're definitely not wrong. In fact, I fully agree with you.
I'd be insulted if you said it were the other way, quite frankly.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ralph would be more insulted than you.
Well, sure. I mean, he's a professional, for God's sake.
Well, yeah.
With decades of experience where I've only been alive for decades. So
I was a
yeah.
professional once. Then I met the phantom of the radio station. Called itself the program director.
You say, turns out, was no phantom.
Yeah. Although it did suck, just like that movie.
Oh, man.
It's still weird, man. Like, I was actually doing a little bit of cleaning up around the room here because I figure, all right, we're going to have the cameras, like, going and whatnot. Shit's got to look good, at least.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because my background's pretty kind of shit-tastic, too.
Yeah, same here. It's like a mosaic of just pictures hanging around and whatnot.
Yours, at least, is cool looking. Mine's just a fucking,
Not really.
shelf.
Just put like, shelf.
Shelf. Mine's just a shelf.
It's the wrong shoulder and everything.
Congratulations, you identified things.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I could set up a green screen, but
And you could if you wanted to, but like I don't have the room in here for a green screen. But either way, I'd rather have like the fucking pictures behind me, anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. Who gives a shit? It's a podcast. It's not meant to be like
It's a podcast, but I think one of the cool things, like I think next week, like I'll aim the camera around and like I can show like some of the autograph pictures that are hanging up like right next to me.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah, show off a little bit of the collection.
Yeah.
Like funny enough, I actually have a Bret Hart autograph picture like hanging above my door right now. Just looking at me like disapprovingly, like